Guys, welcome to the podcast. Welcome to the People Call Me a Model podcast, the first episode. I know y'all been waiting, but we are here right now. So as y'all can see, we are at the beautiful Lobby Barbershop in collaboration with Purp3r Media. It's a very, very great opportunity for me and for her as well because I really want to give her a platform as well to speak out about modeling because she has already experience with it. So it's pretty good that she's always also here with me. My name is Yolan. This is the People Call Me a Model podcast. So, what is it exactly? It's actually a podcast, also a little bit of a tutorial video type of podcast where we're gonna explain you and also teach you and show you how to become a model. Um, so, how are we going to do it exactly? So, every episode we will talk about modeling in every single step by step process. Talk about how you can get booked, how to build up your portfolio, and also maybe how to get taller. Because that's also something that I really like most of the times. But besides that, we also will invite models, established models, scouts, also maybe even photographers, because also they have like a little bit of knowledge about how to become a model, and also we're also gonna do also as well, but it's not me who will interview them or Elleliza. Is also Yassine. He will actually be interviewing the clothing brands. He will also give a platform to the clothing brands here in Belgium because they also need somewhere to promote themselves. And if we can use this platform to do it, it will be great. So hopefully now y'all understand what it actually is. If you also want to say something, you can also do.
Hi guys, I'm Elisa. I'm 18 years old. I'm born and raised in Ghent, Belgium. Right now I'm studying in Rotterdam, advertising at Willem de Koning Academy, and I'm very excited to share my thoughts and experience with you guys.
All right. So, Elleliza, share your story. How did you start with modeling and
Well,
such and such?
when I was younger, a lot of people like told me like get into modeling, you will like they will like you. And I was like, yeah, it was like a child dream, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I tried, and it was so hard also to like because I was African, and that time it was like you had to have the standards, long hair,
Yeah.
blue eyes,
Yeah.
and I tried, but I never got in. So I was like, you know what, fuck it.
Yeah.
I was giving up, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
But then after time, I came on Instagram. There was like a girl. She was scouting people, model partner Europe, I think. And I met a woman, Felicia. Big props to her. She was like, "Yeah, I'm very interested. You have like the face, and I see like potential." And I was hyped because I was like, "Whoa, this is the first time," and I feel like in Belgium, it's not really taken serious. So I went to her home and we shoot some pictures, but they didn't take me in because not everyone was like 100% sure. I was like, you know what? Low-key, I want to cry right now, but
Yeah.
I was like, okay, it's fine.
Yeah.
But she was like, no, I really want you to get into an agency. And then I met Julien, the eye management in Belgium, and yeah, they signed me. So
Yeah,
now
it
I'm
was pretty
here.
great. When you told me that, like on DMs,
Yeah,
I was hella hyped, yo. I was like, damn, she actually signed right now.
I remember how. Yeah, I was so nervous. It was crazy. I was so nervous, but you were hyping me up, and I was like, okay, I
Yeah.
got this.
Yeah, to do it, for real,
Yeah.
for real. Like, because I know the scout personally from the eye management, and he told me, like, yeah, if you have some people who you think are pretty good,
Yeah.
just go ahead and send me then. And then I was like, okay. He put like on his story like, yeah, we are looking for models, so I screenshot it, I put it on my story, and then you replied.
Yeah.
I remember, and from there on, I had to hype you up because I knew that you had something in
Yeah,
there.
and I
You
was
had
very
to,
interested in his like whole thinking process because he was like he was a big agent before in another agency,
yeah,
but like what he wanted was to have like a smaller agency with
Yeah.
smaller groups of models because he want like that personal bond, and I really fuck with that because like the fact that he knows all his models instead of like having 1,000 thousands of models and you don't
Yeah.
even know them personally. I feel like
that's actually a
nice.
great agency. If you have like a small group of money making models,
Yeah.
you're in there for real. So if you want to start an agency or something like that, you should actually like have a little small of group of models who will actually bring money to the agency and keep it like that. You keep it afloat, and if you need a new model, just go for it. But not immediately go for thousands of models, like some agency that I worked for.
true.
I'm not gonna say the name at the moment right now, but we will talk about it for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, so for the rest, have you already done jobs or something like that?
Well, I did some test shoots, of course, and I really like that because like you really get into the whole vibe,
Yeah.
like how to pose, because that's not something you learn. That's
Yeah.
something you learn by doing.
True.
And then my first real shoot was for a magazine, Numero magazine, and I was so hyped because like for me, for the first time, it was crazy because I was standing between all those models and I was like, what on earth am I doing here? I was so nervous, but like the whole experience, because they treat you like a human, and I feel like sometimes I had like a whole stereotypical view.
Yeah, true. I feel you.
And like there was music playing, they were laughing, they were eating together, and like I felt like a real model, like the makeup, the styling. Yeah, it was crazy. So it was for Amsterdam Dance Fest, I think, and for Moose Knuckles.
Okay.
And then the second shoot I had was also for that magazine, for Dr. Martens.
Hey,
Yeah.
you get booked in that. That's crazy.
Yeah, and I think like the whole experience, I really felt like a model. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, it was very nice, just meeting new people.
Yeah. Well, that's really good. That's really good because when I saw that Numero magazine shoot, I was like, yeah, okay, she's getting there. soon she finna do like
I'm
these
trying.
campaigns and shit. Yeah, I see
Yeah.
you for real. I see you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm also like, it doesn't have to be an obsession. Like when I wake up, I'm like, okay, who knows? Maybe I'll have a shoot in a month.
Yeah.
But if it's not like that, that's fine. You know what I mean? So just like wake up, live your life without expecting too much, and then that's fine.
Yeah. Well, my story in the modeling thing, I started it all started when I did drawings on Instagram because I didn't like my face and didn't like to show my face on social media in the beginning, but I still wanted to do something that will get me known somehow. So I started to draw on Instagram, and I actually gained a lot of popularity on that because I draw out a lot of influencers who reposted my stuff. And then I started getting like a real fan base in America more than in Belgium, but sometimes also in Belgium, but like more in America. So, but then one photographer's Instagram account on here from Belgium changed my whole trajectory of the whole thing. You know?
I know her, right? She's like from We Are Royal.
Yeah. She's also one of them, but she was not the one who actually changed my mind about
okay.
like showing my face on Instagram.
Okay.
It was actually a photographer called Dandy Fuego. You saw these pictures like what I had like summer.
Probably.
Yeah, but it was pretty much popular when I worked with him together. So, but yeah, when I saw his Instagram and I saw with who he worked with and all that stuff, I was like, yeah, I want to work with him, you know. But I was like, okay, how the hell do I approach him? Because I was very, very timid. I'm still like that because I can do easily photo shoots and all that stuff, but you cannot see me and like ask you to
Like, do you want to shoot me? Like,
I'm not that type of guy who would say like, you know, shoot me or something like that, or even like take my phone and like, you know, take a photo of me. No, I'm not that type of guy, you know. But yeah, for the rest, so I was like, how the hell am I going to get that attention from him? So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna start an own account where I'm gonna show my face and try to take photos. But the thing is, I had an Android, but my father had an iPhone, so I used his iPhone to take photos of myself and post on Instagram. Then I think, but at the same time, when I was shooting it, I liked every single picture of Dandy Fuego just to get his attention.
Yeah.
And then from there on, what happened next? Yeah. So in the end, I got the attention from someone, but not from Dandy Fuego. But it got me to something that I didn't expect will happen, you know. So it was a stylist called Rachel Alvarez. Shout out to you because she actually changed my mind about modeling and also like my whole entire trajectory in the modeling stuff and also popularity kind of here in Antwerp. So yeah, she asked me if I wanted to do a modeling show for Wrangler, like a big ass brand in America. And at first I thought it was a scam. My mom also thought it was a scam, but it was not eventually. So I accepted it. I was like, okay, so I have to do a fitting there, and then the next day will be the show. So I did the show, I rocked it. Next to all these established models who pose for Primark, for Gucci, for Fendi, and all that stuff. And I was, at that time, I was 18, I think. I was 18.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and I was sitting there with no experience, looking at all these good in shape models, and they already know what the hell they're gonna do. But yeah, actually, but during the whole entire show, I was asking questions to them and asked them how is the modeling stuff going, and also like if they had advice about how to get in shape and all that stuff. I took it, but the thing is, after the show, I was really thinking about it, like, do I actually really want to become a model? Because they were actually really hyping me up because
Yeah.
I did the opening of the show, and they hyped me up a lot, and yeah, I felt good. But yeah, fast forward after the show, I got a lot of offers to do photo shoots for other photographers just to fill up their portfolio and also mine, so I can, continue doing the photo shoot things and the modeling stuff. Um, and then, yeah, I worked a lot with a lot of photographers, like a lot of local photographers, like Daphne. We Are Royalty,
Yeah.
like you said. Yeah, and you
Yeah.
also work with her.
Yeah.
She is actually a chill person.
Yeah,
honestly.
she's so nice. Like everyone
really
who
nice.
wants to start, like when
Yeah.
there's like a photographer reaching you out, just do it because it's such a big opportunity just to like build your portfolio,
Yeah.
become comfortable in front of the cam. Like
Yeah.
you don't lose anything. So
Exactly, and the thing is, people don't like to do like photo shoots for free because they think, okay,
Yeah.
I need to photo shoot for a photographer, I need to get paid. But now think about, filling up your portfolio first before you get the money. Because if you have a big portfolio, a better portfolio, then your price and your value will grow, and also
True.
maybe a bigger opportunity will come after that. So, and also if you collaborate with a lot of photographers, you can maybe have a bigger job in the future because of the photographer that you work with. You never know what can happen.
that's
But
true.
yeah, but fast forward after that, I got the attention of Dandy Fuego eventually, but it took maybe even 2 years before I actually saw him and worked with that guy. And it was actually a good experience with him. I liked his vibe. I liked everything about him, and he gave me like a lot of advice. And when we shot, he told me like, yeah, I just wanted to take a lot of photos just to test my new camera. Eventually, he put my face on his new expo that he did like I think a year ago or two, and I was like really appreciative. Like it was a crazy stuff because at first I just wanted to work with him. I just wanted to work with him. That's it. But in the end, eventually I got to his expo and I was the face of his exposition and all that stuff. It did me something, I was like, yeah, I reached my goal because modeling
Yeah.
was not really that thing. I just wanted to work with him. That's all. But yeah, eventually I just worked with a lot of local clothing brands and with more and more photographers. So I'm like more known locally than internationally. But hopefully next year I'll get to an agency and.
Yeah, but I feel like the things you've done, like for
Yeah.
example, in Belgium, it's very hard to like grow something.
Yeah.
But like the things you've done in Belgium, I think like you really did the things with the brands that were nice to work with. Didn't you like shoot for Haagstraat?
Yeah.
Yeah, that
These
was-
are the real local ones.
Yeah, that's like the good locus, you know what I mean? So I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
like
yeah.
you really reached a big thing.
Yeah, for real. Like,
Yeah.
it was really nice to have all of this because it's actually, I worked with Hastad at first. They were the first clothing brand that I actually posed for, and they saw something in me, and I really liked it. And I'm still in contact with them. I still hang out with them. Sometimes even work out with them, So you can have a good relationship with the people that you
Yeah,
work with,
exactly.
and that's a good thing, It's really, actually really good.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So, yeah, after that, it's actually during quarantine where I had like a lot more jobs because the real models could not travel and all that stuff. So it's during quarantine where I had like more jobs to do, like for clothing brands or even just photo shoots wise. Because, photographers were really bored during quarantine, They had nothing else to do than take photos.
Yeah.
So they used me a lot. So it was really nice to do that. But yeah, besides that, I took a little break right now, just to focus on studying and also just to take a little break because I did like a lot of photo shoot jobs. So I just want to spend time with family and also studies and work a little bit more.
Yeah, that's great.
And now we're here at the podcast,
Period.
Now we're here. So yeah, why did I call this podcast People Call Me a Model podcast? Well, it's pretty obvious, I think, because a lot of people call me a model, but I don't really like to call myself a model yet, But actually, do you like to call yourself a model right now? Or
The thing is,
Yeah.
when people tell me like, "Oh, I see that you're a model," I feel so uncomfortable.
yeah, me too.
Because like, do you want me to like be different now? Like, how do you want me to act? Like, don't say that. It's like when someone tells you like, oh, you're so beautiful. It's always like, how do I respond on this? So like, I don't see myself as a model because I want to achieve a certain goal.
Yeah.
And maybe at that point I will call myself a model. But right now I'm just like,
Yeah. But actually,
person
are
that-
you like using the modeling platform to do something else then in the future, or you really want to stick with that?
right now I have like, I feel like I have so many dreams, but like I'm just a little bit stuck. Like, how will I achieve those dreams? And for example, like as you said, like those Instagram photographers, that's one thing I can't do anymore because right now I'm in an agency. So that's like one step I have to take back. So I feel like that's like one thing that's holding me back from doing things. But I'll get there.
Yeah, I
the
get
future,
it. That's also the thing that I'm really scared of, like to give up on every single photographer that I work with once I get in the agency. But hopefully I will get to negotiate with them. I'll see about that. But yeah.
Because your agency wants to like gain a certain amount of money.
Yeah.
Like when you do it for free. I have no problem with that, but
you gotta stay humble in that. But the thing is, the good thing about it is the agency sees something valuable in you. You know, they see that face and they know like, okay, I can make money with that. You're a money making face. You know.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
That's nice about it because you can make money by showing your beauty. You know, by showing you with the expensive clothing eventually. Yeah, but
yeah, definitely.
that's what I like about modeling. That's what I like about it. And that's why I also want to teach and also give like tutorials about it, and let people know that modeling is actually also a good thing to do, instead of hustling in the streets or be a rapper or not that it's bad or something. He's looking at me right now. I'm shaking. But no. If you really feel good in rapping and all that stuff, that's good. But sometimes you're actually rapping because you want to fit in that thing.
Yeah.
Without really.
That's yeah, but as long as you like it, because I also think like you can be pretty and be a model, but do you really like modeling?
That's
it's like
true.
the whole thing. As you said before, like people always told me like be a model, but do I want to be a model or do I just want to show them like you told me that I could be a model.
Yeah, that's
I'm gonna show you. So yeah.
That's exactly the same thing that happened to me when I did the show for Wrangler. Like a lot of people told me like, yeah, you're tall, you got the smooth jawline, you should do modeling, but I was already happy that I did that, that I did something that I never did before, and it's such a big platform, It was a nice thing. Like, it was my first ever job, so it was a nice thing to do. But yeah, for the rest, back to the People Call Me a Model podcast. Why I call it like that is just because a lot of people call me a model, while I don't really like that, Just keep saying like my name or something, but not model, please. Now y'all know, okay? So don't do it. Anyways, for the rest, I think that they already know us a little bit more now.
Yeah.
Now we can get straight to the Q&A. So
let's get it.
Give us the questions.
Hi, let's get into it. Yeah. So on Instagram, Dylan at XNarcotic said, "Will you do a podcast with me?"
Dylan, I know him personally. He's a nice guy. He's a really nice guy for me personally. I know him when I started up the modeling thing. He teach me a little bit. He gave me a little bit of advice what to do and all that stuff. So shout out to you. And when it comes to inviting people, I would like to do that for sure. But you just need to be really involved in the modeling stuff or really have a lot of knowledge in the modeling things. And that's why you also like my long-term co-host, because you're actually signed in an agency. You have a little bit more knowledge about it, and you also love to speak out and talk about the things that you love, and modeling is one of them. So I'm really happy that you're here.
Thank you.
That you came on time and I came late. But it's something else.
We're not gonna talk about it.
Y'all don't need to know that. But yeah. Okay, next question.
Then you have Benny Star on Instagram, said that he's very happy for you and he sends his love.
Love to you, man. I love you, man. That's you see, but that's the thing. I love my followers, and I don't even like to call them my followers. I love the people who like follow me on Instagram because they are very positive, and they always give me like good advice or even like good comments every single post that I put out, and I love it, And how is your following on Instagram? Are they pretty healthy and all that?
I feel like once you reach like the point of 1,000 followers, I felt a kind of like pressure because like I'm like shit. There's people following me that I don't even know, and I feel like they're really, really like so nice and sweet. But like sometimes I feel like, who are you?
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, that's like I feel like sometimes I can't really be myself because I'm like, why are they following me? Do they like me?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm very thankful that they're so nice and
That's also the thing.
motivating.
Yeah. Actually, because you said it, I also always get like these things like I look up to you, who inspire me.
Yeah.
These things I'm not used to them. Like still, for real, for like it's crazy how people get inspired by me by just doing me, you know. And that's what I like about it, and that's what keeps me going about like doing the modeling and also just staying active on Instagram to inspire people, I guess.
Yeah,
Because
true.
I have that platform and I dare to speak out when I need to speak out, or I dare to do some stuff to inspire people, you know. And that's why I also have this podcast right now, because a lot of people ask me about how to become a model, what to do and all that stuff. But you know what? I was like, why not start a YouTube channel and explain everything?
Yeah,
Because,
and I also
cannot.
think there's not really like a guide. It's just like be yourself for real. That's like the whole personality is very important.
True.
So,
Yeah. Okay.
David XKN asked on Instagram, is it true that they choose how much you eat?
You can answer it first.
I feel like it depends on the agency. I think the bigger the agency is, the more they're like very focused on your weight because they're trying to go runway. And runway, like you have to have a certain size. That's just like a whole thing. Yeah. But I also feel like when they tell you like you need to lose weight at a certain point that you feel uncomfortable, you should like get out that zone because that energy, those vibes are not good. That's really something you need to try to put to the side. But it's a thing, like they do focus on your weight. Like that's just a sad thing about modeling. But it depends on the agency, of course. Yeah,
of course. But for me, I think it's more of what model you are, because there are different kind of models.
Yeah,
there are runway models, there are magazine models, like, you know, people who are only do like catalogs and stuff.
Or commercial.
And or commercial. Actors, there are also low-key models. You know?
True.
They are just models who has to speak and also move in front of the camera, you know? But yeah, like I said, it depends on what type of model that you are and also in what agency that you are, like you said.
Yeah, these days it is changing. It's not changing, of course, there yet, but it is changing.
And also, it's more like you got to get in shape more than to
look skinny or like because like
it's more like being healthy and being in shape instead of like. And the thing is I don't think that they are choosing what to eat. They're much more recommending you what to eat because, for example, in Milan, they're really strict with their eating stuff, you know. They are more like you need to be skinny to fit the clothes, you know, because their clothes are much more skinnier and more thinner people. So instead of in Paris, because in Paris they are more loose.
Yeah, also on runway, when they make clothing, everyone needs to fit in there. So like when you're sick, they need to find someone directly. So okay, you have that sizing. Let's just switch it up. But the thing is,
they can find people.
Because that's the whole thing. They know your sizes and they know who they can ask.
So don't be like, okay, they only need me, so I'm not gonna come. No. They already have their plan B, C, D, everything.
True. They don't need you.
They don't. Okay,
they do need you, but
they're gonna think, oh God, damn it, they don't need me like that.
No, they do.
Yeah, but they do. But for the rest, like I said, they recommend you more than they actually ask you. Then
they tell
you.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, interesting. OG Primavera asks, what was the toughest decision you had to make in your life so far?
Do I have to start or for?
For me, the thing is, like, I don't think it's just, I can't really come up with a certain decision. But, like, one thing that was tough for me is to be, like, egoistic sometimes and put yourself first. Because, like, I have to think, like, what do I want? Is this really what I want? Because at the end of the day, you need to do things that you want to do. Yeah. And I think that was, like, the thing that was very hard for me, to just, like, put myself first. Yeah. Because I'm a person, I want to be good for everyone. I want to do good for everyone. So that was like a tough thing. I don't know if you really know something that you can come up with.
I'm actually still thinking about it because there are like every single day you're having like tough decisions, you know, like what to do. And like, for example, when I woke up today, I was thinking like, do I actually have to go? No, I'm just kidding. No.
Do I really want to wake up
Do I
today?
really want to wake up and record this podcast? Like, no. But no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But nah.
He's like, don't be on my ass, y'all. Don't be on my ass.
Nah, but actually, I really don't know. But if I really can't think about it and still be like model related, for example, like the big modeling thing, the Wrangler stuff, they asked me to come on a Monday, and that Monday I had actually school, and at that moment, school was my shit. You know, I really loved to go to school and being on time and all that stuff. So actually risking that meant a lot. You know, that actually changed a lot of stuff for me. Because after that, I really was comfortable by skipping school just to go modeling stuff.
Okay, bye. See you next day or not.
But I think that was one of the toughest decisions. Yeah.
But like, maybe that's a question I'm curious about. Like, when you had like the break, was that a tough decision to make?
Yes, honestly.
So that's also a tough decision because like you took the break, and for like your followers, it was like he took the break, but like what was?
It was tough for me as well because I had a lot more offers once I took the break, you know, for clothing brands and some clothing brands I already worked with that were I cannot even talk, god damn it. But with clothing brands I already worked with, they wanted to work with me again, and I had to say no to them, and it was pretty sad, you know. I also did like 2 runway shows for Revelation. You already know them. They're pretty known locally as well. For the second show, they also wanted me. But at first I said no because I really didn't feel it. You know, I didn't feel the modeling anymore. And also I had to travel, so it actually eventually didn't work out, you know. But then in the end, I don't know how the hell that happened, but it got canceled. My flight got canceled due to Corona, so I had to do the show eventually. So I did it just to, you know.
You had to do it.
No, I felt like I really wanted to do it just to reunite with the people that I already worked with the year before. And also just, you know, because I just want to see if the modeling will be back once I will do it. And it came back a little bit, but then I didn't feel it anymore. And I was like, okay, school is starting. Why not just focus on school and see next year if I want to do the modeling still. No. But now I'm here doing the podcast and talking about the things I already did, all my mistakes and stuff. So I feel good. So if I don't want to do the modeling next year, I will not be mad. Actually, I will feel good because I'm still gonna have a platform where I can talk about everything and maybe even teach people. And hopefully the people who will watch will become big ass models and say like, yeah, I watched the videos, I watched the podcast, and it's thanks to them that it's, you know, that I'm eventually there. So, yes. Okay. That's all I can say right now.
Okay. Ella, aka KA_Ella with the H, says, nothing but I love you and I am so proud of you. Again, very kind words.
It's not me. It's someone else. You're like...
You want me to cry?
No, it was not me, right?
Ella,
it's someone else.
Ella. Yeah. My God.
Yeah,
You know what's funny?
Stupid.
Y'all want to laugh? That's my cousin, though. That's my... Oh, my... I'm sorry, first of all. Y'all gonna cut it out. I don't care. No, I'm just kidding. No. But thank you so much, for real. She has been there for real. Like, she lives in France right now, but when she comes to Belgium, she is always there with a good energy. She supports me every single time. So yeah, all love to you. I love you so much, for real.
Love the support. So Joss, aka Your Cupid on Instagram, says, what got you into modeling?
Oh, shout out to Joss, all the way from LA. Yeah. We were actually in contact once I did the drawing stuff, and from there on, she kept me supporting with the modeling also. So yeah, what got you into modeling?
Well, as I said, like my friends, and then like after trying like 60 times, I got into modeling. And actually, I was very surprised because I feel in Belgium we're very, very far behind with the whole modeling thing. Because I don't want to be modeling for Zeeman or Kruidvat that's fine with me, but like that was not my goal, you know what I mean?
I
like
cannot say no to that.
but like it's nice, but like that's what I mean. Like with Belgium, it's not like very, very big, you know what I mean?
True.
And then I got in because of the Scott. So yeah, that's how I got into modeling.
Okay. Yeah, I see. Well, what got me modeling was again the big show, like the Wrangler stuff. But for the rest, I don't really know what actually really got me into modeling. But it was really like the show. The show was the main thing that got me into modeling. That was like the main thing. Because of all these people that are already there, they explain me what it is and how much they got paid. Because whoa, ayo,
Yeah.
you can maybe say no to statement, but they will pay you a lot
Yeah,
if you're gonna
the
post
money
for
is
them.
money.
I'm not gonna say like you should model just for money, because if you
Yeah,
do that,
true.
you ain't
That's
gonna be
also
happy.
true.
You ain't gonna be happy. I'm telling you, for real, for real. I know a friend of mine who does a lot of stuff for modeling and makes a lot of money, but he told me like he's not even happy like that, because he always needs to be
Yeah, that's true.
in shape, and he doesn't like it because he really wants to eat whatever he
Yeah,
wants.
they
and
expect a
stuff.
lot of like, yeah, it takes
Yeah.
a lot of your body.
True.
Because a lot of people think like, oh, it's just being pretty.
Nah.
Let me tell you.
Oh my god. They don't even know, but y'all gone.
Yeah,
Y'all will know.
we're getting into that.
Yeah. In future episodes, or maybe even if we have like a good question, we can mention it a little bit. But in future episodes, I can tell you guys, you will have a much broader and bigger perspective about modeling. Because when I looked up on YouTube modeling podcasts, there are a lot of them, but not really like, they're not really like explaining it like that, you know? And also, they're not really that relatable, in my opinion. So I'm trying to be as relatable as possible, because I'm still a model on the grind, I'm still a model on the grind.
Yeah.
I'm not established yet. I'm not in an agency. I'm still known locally and still hustling to be on that level, So hopefully on this podcast and future episodes, you guys will see a buildup of a bigger and broader and much better Yolan and in a signed agency.
Yeah, that's
and
what I
maybe
want.
you also on the Vogue and stuff, You never know what's going to happen in this podcast. You never know. Yeah. So that's it.
What holds the future? At omni_kz_amnia ask, what's the struggle about modeling?
Now we're going to talk about it a little bit. So yeah, do you ever had like struggles when you was in the modeling business, or still are?
I think a struggle for me was that you can't really make your own decisions. Like, for example, when I want to change my hair color, for example, I need to ask my agent. If I want to get a tattoo, I need to ask my agent. Yeah. So even though legally I can make my own decisions, it's like, you know what I mean? So like, because like a brand takes you how they saw you for the first time.
True.
And at the end of the day, you're the brand's product. So like you're their branding. But that was something I really struggled with, because like changing things about myself is a part of my personality. Yeah. And that's like something I struggled with. And also, yeah, it takes a lot of energy just to be before the camera, in front of the camera. Yeah. Just because they ask you to do all those poses, and it's very nice that they ask you that and to tell you what you need to do, but it takes so much energy of your body. Like, it's crazy. I don't know how you...
Well, also the biggest struggle, I think, is also like accepting that you get denied a lot, You can get rejected a lot of times. Because after the Wrangler show, I think a week or 3 weeks after that, I applied in a lot of model agencies, like such as Rebel, IMM, and other. Like I applied in a lot of agencies after that, and I got rejected a lot. At first, I didn't really understand it, but now I understand why. Because I was not really that in shape, and also I didn't really do my research. I didn't look at the models they already have. Because if you really want to apply to an agency, you should first look at the models they already have, just to have an idea, okay, what are they looking for, or what are they missing, So if you want to do that first. But yeah, I got rejected a lot, and I had to accept all these rejections, And it was pretty hard for me. That was a big-ass struggle at first, because I was thinking, like, am I that beautiful or not? Or am I really the model that I think I am?
Yeah, that's true.
Really,
but I also think it's not only about beauty. It's really just like what they're looking for.
Yeah.
Because I feel personally, I think maybe I'm also signed, because when I was signed, it was like at the time of Black Lives Matter. And that it was just a time like for all people of color. It was they were just looking for it because they knew that it would work
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
right now, and they would get a lot of jobs because it's all happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think also a struggle for me was like when I'm at a shoot, I look at all those other models. I'm like, what am I doing here? Like,
Yeah.
it's always like looking at the others, and that's like something I really struggle with. But that's maybe
That's the
something
same thing
personal.
also on Instagram, because you see all these established models, you know, they look good, they go to all these destinations, but don't, and I'm not gonna lie, I struggled for that for years, and I just quit, like, you know, comparing myself with other models and all that, because I saw all these models like Ultimation, and also the same thing. I applied for an agency once, I got denied, I got rejected, but at the same day, someone else got accepted, and it was a friend of mine, like really close friend of mine, and now
so then
that guy, he is gone, like for real, for real. He's on that other level of modeling. He did like campaigns for Prada, for Givenchy, did even like a fragrance campaign not that long ago. But I'm actually proud of him, regardless.
It
I'm
can
still
go very
proud of him.
quickly. That's like,
Yeah.
or it takes 2 years, and that's also fine. Or it's like in 1 week, and you just like,
Exactly. And the thing is that was the thing that disturbed me, like, because that guy got accepted. No, he got accepted the same day that I got rejected. I was like, damn. Oh,
that sucks.
that
At the end of the
sucks.
day, like, oh, I'm so happy for him.
Yeah.
But you also feel like,
Exactly.
yeah.
And also, I posed with someone for my first campaign at Harstraat. I posed with someone who also is a big ass model right now. Her name is Marietta. Yeah. So she did like a lot of stuff right now. She does like for Gucci and also what's the name again? Yeah, she did also for Gucci, for Louis Vuitton. She's right now in LA, in New York, and all that stuff. That's crazy.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about
And
her.
I posed with her not that long ago, you feel me?
Yeah.
And I was like, damn. And also at the Revelation catwalk, I was walking beside a guy who also got signed the day after that. The day after the show, he got signed, and he did like the Louis Vuitton show, I think, in Milan, and it was crazy. I was like, no, he did Versace. He did Versace. Yeah, he did Versace.
Yeah, you never expect it.
So yes, you see, like the people close to me, they got like far, and then I was always thinking like, damn, when is my turn? You know?
Yeah, but now that I feel like, maybe we're going out of subject, but I feel like now that I live in the Netherlands, I feel like their view is so different on models.
Yep.
You could get so big there.
Yeah, that's true.
Belgium.
Yeah, but in Belgium they are really selective because they are much more thinking internationally. Because in the Netherlands is more locally, I think. Right?
Yeah, but also internationally though, like.
That's
so
true. Yeah, I was always looking at them and comparing myself with them, and but that's also a big struggle. Like you said, it's like comparing yourself with the people who are like already next to you, or maybe on social media.
Yeah,
but don't do that, because every single model has their own story. You just need to make yours, you know. So don't be looking at them. I have my own story. I'm still writing my own story. Hopefully, it will have a happy ending. So we will see. But yeah. Next question.
And to finish off the Q&A part of the video, with the question from our host herself.
Okay.
How do your parents feel about you doing what you love?
Well, that's first of all a good question. First of all, I think at first they didn't like it. They didn't like the idea that I'm always outside doing photo shoots till late at night sometimes. But then when they saw the results, they eventually just supported me. You know? So I've not really that much to say, because my parents are pretty much chill. They don't really are very that strict, but just they need to understand what I'm doing first before they're already supporting me. So
yeah. Like for me, the thing was, my mom will always support me, and my daddy is just like, okay, yeah. He's like, I care, but I don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I feel like they know, like, legally I can make my own decisions. They just want to be sure that I'm safe, because they've heard those, you know, these scary ass stories about models being hijacked or something. But we live in Belgium, so I hope it doesn't happen. And yeah, they're very supportive, so I really like that. And first, she was also like, never do things that you don't want to do, because I've done some shoots that I was like, is this in my comfort zone? Do I feel comfortable?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, everything is an experience, and they're supportive, so I'm very thankful for that. Thanks, Mom and Dad.
Shout out to y'all.
Yeah.
Okay. Close off? Okay, I'll get it. For the rest? Okay. We can like do whatever we want down here. All right.
Okay.
Well, okay, so that was the Q&A part. For the rest, what can we talk about? Maybe we can talk about like what mindset do you have to have first before you really want to get into that?
Yeah, I think that's very important.
Yeah.
I feel like confidence is very important because I started modeling when I was like in a mental state that I was actually not ready to start. And like they see it on the pictures if you're confident or not. And I think that's something they really are attracted to. Personality is like a very important thing. So I feel like that was
Yeah, true. Because if you don't have like the first mindset or have a little bit of an idea what it all contains and what you have to do or what they expect from you, because don't make the same mistake I did, because I applied with my mind being like, okay, I did the Wangler show and that's it. I'm the biggest model ever. But nah, don't do that.
But at the end of the day, that's also a good thing. Like, even though they're just starting, like, think of you like, okay, I'm Bala Hadid, I'm going to do this. I'm going to slay this. Because, like, for example, I was always so insecure. But at the end of the day, the fact that they chose me to stand in front of their camera for their brand means that they see something.
Yeah.
So, like, never drag yourself down because they chose you, not someone else. And I think that's also very important to just, like, know your self-worth. You're worth it.
True, but that's the thing. But I actually more relied on the show that I did instead of myself, you know?
Yeah.
I never thought about, okay, I am beautiful, I am tall. No, I was like more like, I did the Wangler show, so I need to be signed for sure, you know? That was more my thing. But yeah, but also the mindset that you need to have is like, you know, you don't have to be tall. You don't have to be. You can also think of, you know, what can I do besides modeling? Because you not always get like these jobs at the daily basis, you know? So you also need to think about what you can do besides that. For the rest, what mindset can they maybe have?
Also, like, don't put pressure on yourself.
Yeah, that's
because, like, for example, if you get signed and if you don't get a job in the first 2 years, that's fine.
Yeah.
Because after that, it can grow big. And even though if you don't grow big, that's also fine. Like, the experience and just the fact, like, they signed you, so they see potential.
Yeah.
I think pressure is, like, we can pressure ourselves very easily.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, but for the rest, also, like, that's the most important thing. Like, find a side job next to the modeling. You know?
Yeah,
and also
for sure.
trying to find a balance with college, if you're in college or maybe at school, whatever, or maybe working. Find a balance between that because you never know when you get a job, actually.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Because they should ever get paid for modeling. Because that's the thing. People, like, they often forget, like, I did some shootings, but I never got paid.
Yeah.
Because they're like, okay, you have the experience and it's nice to build your portfolio. I'm like, yeah, that's true. So, like, but, like, you also have to pay, like, your transportation, your food, which is fine. But, like, when I think about a model, I'm like, okay, they're rich, like, they're stacking money, you know what I mean? But that's not how it is. I feel like that's something a lot of people forget. That you don't get.
Like, don't think models have like these lavish lives because, like I said before, Instagram most of the times they use it just to show the best part of themselves,
Yeah,
the best pictures, the best destinations, the best body that they have at that moment, you know. So don't be thinking that there's that every single day, you know. And that's why on stories they don't always post. They always post when the best things happen. Instead of, you know,
yeah, that's fine. Just like,
like that, you know?
That's fine. Just know that it's not always what they show.
So don't start comparing yourself. Write your own story. Like I said before, write your own story.
Yeah, true. And I think it also may be interesting, like, how to, like, maybe start your portfolio.
Yeah, how to build up your portfolio. But before that, I think the most important thing is that they need to understand the misconceptions and what, you know. For example, you don't have to be tall at all to become a model. Because the thing is, you just have to know first what type of model do you want to become. Do you want to be a fitting model? You want to be a catalog model? You want to be just a hand model or foot model? You never know. So you just need to be first for sure. What model do I want to be?
Yeah, in my opinion, everyone can become a model.
Yeah,
because as you said, like, when you're an actor, you're also low-key a model.
Yeah.
I feel like if you just have the good vibes, the energy, and you just show off, like, you're confident, you can be a model.
True.
Because you have those the prettiest people, like pretty, like what is pretty, but like when you see something like, oh, they're pretty, you know what I mean?
Sure.
But like maybe they're just not confident, and like you see that on screen, as I said before. So I think everyone could definitely, like, if you want to be a model, try to be a model.
Yeah,
And
do
who
your
knows?
research.
Yeah.
Like there's every single day you can find the open castings, or even like just apply. You know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna give them a little favor. I'll put a link in my description where there's every single link to every single agency where you can apply to, or even casting agencies where you can apply to. And just go to the description and you will find everything there. So yeah. That's what I want to say. For the rest, also a misconception is that you need to start at a young age. That's also a big misconception that they have.
That's also true, because I feel like when you're young, you also change. Like in puberty, you change your face, your skin, your body. And like when I was younger, I modeled for a while. When I was younger, it puts a lot of pressure on you, because like when you're still young, you're still growing, as I said.
Yeah.
And sometimes you really do things that you don't want to. Like, for example, when they want you to pose in a certain, you know what I mean? So like, it really doesn't have to change to do anything with age. Yeah. Because you have a lot of older models, because like you have sometimes when you're growing older, you know, they get prettier, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
exactly. But the thing is, I think why they usually take like younger models is because when they see that they make money with them, they know they can build them up. And also more on the darker side, usually they use younger models just to groom them, and that's pretty much fucked up. But
true.
But the thing is, now a lot of models speak out. They dare to speak out thanks to TikTok and all the other social platforms. So usually that doesn't happen, but now if it happens, they speak out now. So
that's true. They also fuck like with younger faces just because it looks good.
Yeah.
So I think that's why some of them start younger. But I think that depends from brand to brand for sure. And also like for everyone, it could be like that you run like a runway for Louis Vuitton, and that time their team is like Scandinavian, so maybe they need some younger girls with lighter hair. But like the next year it can be totally different. You know what I mean? So it always changes.
True.
Yeah.
Okay, and I think. Okay, what do you think that you need to have when you want to apply to an agency?
What you need to have, a pair of black jeans and heels.
Yeah.
No, but I think what you need to have is just show who you are. Yeah. Just like, this is me. And just like tell about yourself, your vision. And also really ask questions at the agent, like, what is your plan? What do you want to do? What is your vision? But because I think that's also very important. Like, what do they want to achieve? Yeah. So for example, I think like if my agent wasn't that positive and like wasn't that the way he was, I don't think I would. Yeah, just know that when they sign you, you need to feel comfortable. Yeah. Like, okay, not only like, okay, I want to be a model, I don't care about anything else, I just want to be a model. No. Yeah. Also think like, what do they want me to do? Like if they tell you like, I want you to do like in naked, do you feel comfortable with that? Just like ask them like, do you have a lot of clients who wants me to stand naked in front of camera? So I think that's very important. And maybe when you're just like turned 18, for example, I went with my mom. So I feel that was also nice just to know that she was also good with it. Yeah, what would you?
But the thing is, that's a good thing that you said. Speaking about what do you actually want to be once you're a model, or what do you want to do, you know? Because the thing is, you shouldn't be saying it on the mail, you know, because the first thing that you have to do is send them a mail and with your portfolio and all that stuff. But don't write it on there because they don't have time to read.
That. They don't care at that point. They're just like, okay, how does she look?
Yeah.
First proportions. And what I also really liked is like my agent, he was like, okay, I was very curious about like the whole weight sign thing. Yeah. And he was like, so I asked him the question like, do I have to work out? Is there something I need to do? Because I just know that it would become like an obsession. And he was like, no, I just want you to know that I sign you now. So I sign you for who you are now. So I'm not going to tell you afterwards that you need to lose 5 kilos. Like that wouldn't be great, because he also wants to show the nice part of modeling, not something traumatizing. Yeah. And I think that's also very important. Like something I want to say to people at home is like, you are their product. So like they are nothing without you. So like if they ask you to do something but you don't feel comfortable, their loss because like you are selling their product, you are their branding. And I think that's really just something I really want to say. Like, you're the product, period. And if they don't take you for who you are,
exactly.
that's
That's the thing. That's the thing. When a modeling agency doesn't accept you or like reject you, actually, it's more of you don't fit the vision that they're already having, or you don't just fit the agency because more agencies there are. How can I say? They are more looking for something like they can stick to a box, they want to stay in a box. Like if they want to only skinny models, they will stick to that. But the thing is, you just need to do your research, look at the models they already have, and that's the most important thing that you have to do.
Yeah, as you said, like for example, if Prada wants a skinnier model, they will know which agency to reach out because they know like the whole vibe and style they're going for. And just know that it's not because they don't sign you that you're not pretty enough. It's just because like maybe you don't fit in or maybe you're still a little bit too young. They want you to be more ripe. So I think that's,
True. Because at the end, when you're in that agency, they just want money with that, They just want money with that. They want to see results, And that's why sometimes they just put you beside and just ask you to do a lot of photo shoots for free with different photographers or even... That's also a thing. When you want to start up a modeling career, you have to invest a lot at first. Oh my God, you're going to invest a lot. Like in photo shoots, because everything you have to do is you need to do it by yourself. You need to travel by yourself. You need to organize photo shoots. Actually, traveling, it depends on which modeling agency that you are.
Like, for example, the first test shoot was in Amsterdam. And I was like, well, it's nice and all, but... That's expensive. The train is expensive. But yeah, you're definitely right. Like you just have to have some pictures to show them how you look on camera. And sometimes you also have models like maybe they don't look that great on picture, but maybe they're more for runway shows. That's also like a whole thing. You don't have to be photogenic to be a model. And also, like, I didn't know how to pose, for example. But, like, that's why a photographer is so important because, like, they guide you. They're like, okay, do this and do this. And
that's why you need to start first with photographers. You need to collaborate with a lot of photographers. That's the best way to build up your portfolio.
Yeah, true. They really help you and because they have experience and they just know what.
And the thing is, don't look for photographers that only want to do it for free. Like, you can also invest and pay for the photographers, Yeah. Because in the end, they are also editing your things. They are making sure that you will get signed, So the least that you can do is pay them if they ask to get paid.
Yeah, that was like the whole thing with me. I was too scared to reach out to them. I was like, that's going to be so weird. Like, do you want to shoot me?
Yeah.
So, like, I was just, like, happy when they asked me, like, twice, for example. And they did it for free, but also, like, if you want to get paid, just ask them. Like, don't lower your standards just because you want the pictures. I did it for free because I was like, I want the pictures, but that's something personal, I think.
Okay. But for the rest, I think the only thing that you need to know about the modeling thing is just you have to start to invest first in modeling, like you invest in a lot of stuff. Stop the misconception stuff. Don't compare yourself with everybody. You're your own person. You have your own story to write when you start the modeling agency stuff and also the modeling career if you want to do that. And for the rest, I really want to thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you liked it a lot. Also put something in the comments so we can read it and also maybe learn from you guys and know what we can do next and what we can do better. For the rest, we also want to thank Purp3r Media for all this because this wouldn't have happened if they weren't there. So big applause for them. But and also thank you, Elleliza. Applause for her as well.
Thank you.
She came all the way from Rotterdam, so shout out to her for real. I really wanted you to be there, so I'm really happy that you're here. For the rest, thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day. Ciao. Peace sign, all this stuff.
And where can people find you for the new viewers?
Oh yeah, Instagram? I didn't think about that actually. Well,
promote yourself.
You know, I'm gonna test my editor. You can find my Instagram right up there. Just right up there. No, I'm just kidding. My name is on Instagram is YOLVVN. You can find it right there. I don't have nothing else, so
My Snapchat might say no.
No, I'm not going to give my Snapchat. Nah.
Mine is just ELLELE. Wait. It's just my name, and then you have an underscore, and then my last name.
You can find her Instagram right up there.
Here. Yeah.
Let's see what the editor gonna do.
Yeah.
No. All right.
Bye.
You said it. Goodbye, guys.